Yo, ladies and gentlemen, I was looking for material today. I said, let me make a video. And I just turned on to YouTube and I ran across this guy, the Defiant attorney. And I'm also seeing that this guy is a reverend. He's in ministry. But for the life of me, I don't understand. His whole platform is talking to black men about the danger in supporting Trump. Now, I haven't looked at the video, although I have looked at some of his material before and trolled him up pretty good. As a matter of fact, I've challenged him to a debate. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. Because the rhetoric that's coming out of this guy's mouth, I mean, he has to be getting paid to do this mess. He's worse than Roland Martin because nobody is this stupid, I don't think. And he always talks about being a civil rights attorney. Okay, well, if you're a civil rights attorney, then you know the Democrats were the ones that fought for slavery. It was the Republicans that fought against it. And it was the Republicans that passed the civil rights bill. It wasn't the Democrats. And don't give me the bullshit about the party switch. That's a lie. Strom Thurmond switched, who was a staunch Democrat and a Ku Klux Klan. He switched over to the Republicans and never went to another Ku Klux Klan meeting. So this guy here is a joke. But before I get started, I'm gonna react to this video in real time. But when I queued it up, I see on here that he has a book saying that the education system is bad for African-American males. That's the name of he wrote a book on it. And President Trump has already addressed that. President Trump says the same thing. And I said the same thing to Hunter Familia, who also says that the education system is messed up. And a lot of people saying that. So if the education system is messed up, then doesn't that mean we need to change something? Duh. So President Trump says he needs to dismantle the education department on the federal level because they have it messed up. And when he and Elon went in there, what they found was a lot of pride flags, a lot of people that were transgender and all that kind of stuff making decisions about our kids. And so I agree with President Trump. We should bring all this down to the local level, right? And let the local school boards determine how our children are educated. Therefore, the parents can have more say-so. But anyway, let's roll the clip and let's see what he's talking about. I'm gonna play this little commercial that he has on here too, and then we're gonna analyze that, and then we're gonna get into it. Let's go.
Before we get started, please go over to Amazon.com and grab a copy of my book, Education and Justice. If you have an African-American son in public school, you need this book because I teach you the many ways that public schools mistreat African-American boys and what you can do to help your son. So go over there and get your copy immediately.
Okay, I agree with that totally. I haven't read the book, but I definitely agree that the public schools are not the best thing for our children. They have done a terrible job of educating our children. Matter of fact, they are being programmed to hate America. Now, I got some stuff that I don't want to get into on this video, but let's go ahead and roll this, and let's see what this guy is talking about. This guy, in my opinion, is a straight-ass dummy, a jackass, and he said he's an attorney and a preacher. So let's see what he's talking about.
Every single day that I read the newspaper or read some article online, Donald Trump is taking from us critical rights every day.
What rights has Donald Trump taken from us? I guess he's talking about black people. And how is that even possible? I haven't seen where Donald Trump has broken the law yet. The one president that I have seen that goes strictly by the law is Donald Trump. because the Democrats are knee deep in his ass 24/7. So he cannot do anything that's wrong. If he does, they will jump him. He has to go by the book. And Mr. Defiant Lawyer, do you understand the Constitution of the United States of America? There are no separate rights for black people and separate rights for white people. So you have already started off lying, piece of shit.
Sometime in a big way, sometime in a small way, sometime in a subtle way, sometimes in a really blatant way. And it's those subtle takeaways, those subtle attacks that so many African-American people don't understand.
I guess I you know what? I really don't. And you can miss me with that African-American bullshit. My people are not from Africa. I don't understand. You see what I'm saying? The Democrats, and I know I'm going to get some heat for saying this, but I don't believe for 1 minute that none of my people came from no damn Africa. I don't believe that. But as a matter of fact, has anybody been sitting in their house and a knock on the door in Kunta Kinte knocked on the door and said, I'm your long-lost cousin from the Congo? Has that ever happened to anybody? Anybody from Kenya ever showed up and said, I'm your cousin, Kunta? And all this bullshit, where they get that from? I think it's a big lie, and the media has been doing this for a long time. My ancestors were Indians. I don't know nothing about no Africa.
Those of us who practice the law, who understand the law, who have studied the law, we understand how he's incrementally, him and MAGA, incrementally just taking away very, very precious rights. And it is really, really, really frustrating. It is really frustrating. It must have been, and I really believe that it was the single biggest political blunder in American history for blacks to have voted for Trump. Upwards of over 2 million people. 2 million blacks.
That's it. It should have been 100%. So I'm saying, this guy is saying that black people made a mistake. I'm saying the people that voted for Kamala and Biden are the ones that made a mistake. So let's see what he says. And to make a statement like that, because I talk to Democrats, people are crashing in on me every day, all day, and nobody can explain why they have a problem with me supporting Donald Trump. But I've made over 700 videos explaining my position and why I support him. I can prove what I'm saying. Let's see what this guy is talking about, because his opinion don't mean shit.
An increasing number of young black men voting for Donald Trump, a blatant white supremacist who is atop of and leading a blatant white supremacist regime.
You can miss me with that bullshit. That has already been debunked. You still on that? That's 10 years old, man. And that's a bunch of bullshit. Donald Trump is a brother. If Donald Trump is anywhere close, if Donald Trump is black, as cool as he is, Donald Trump is cool as the other side of the pillow. So you can miss me with that white supremacist bullshit. And so now you saying you an attorney and you are in ministry and you believe that white people are superior to you? You stupid as hell. And then you want people to follow you? And you saying that white people are superior? You a jackass, man.
And who is implementing a blatant white supremacist agenda, Project 2025. I made 10 to 15 videos last year, at least once a month. And I started making those videos as far back as, I think, February.
How many times has President Trump has to say that he has no idea, he didn't even know what the hell Project 2025 it was? And so some people that he fired got together with some other people and wrote Project 2025. That has nothing to do with Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, if Donald Trump was implementing Project 2025, your black ass would already be back in Africa.
Of 2024, trying to warn the African-American community what was coming. And now we're literally losing precious rights. And am I frustrated? I am very frustrated. I am extremely frustrated. And it's disheartening. It is discouraging to put your time and your soul and your effort in trying to warn your people, and they rather listen to content creators who don't know a blipping thing about any of this.
Aren't you a content creator? So you saying you have to be an attorney to do research. Man, you's a fool. You already lied. You're an attorney, you already lied. We were, what, a minute into the video, 5 minutes into the video, and you already lied. The whole video is a lie, man. Your life is about a lie. Donald Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025. And just like I said earlier, if he did, your black ass would be in Africa already. There are no laws that's on the books that are different for white folks and black folks. What are you talking about, Mr. Attorney?
Yes, frustrating.
You said that already.
Because we are losing big time. We're taking a big L every single day. We're taking a huge L. And let me just tell you this. We have two choices, as we had two choices last year, last election. We got the Democrats or we got Donald Trump. Now, you can be as frustrated and as angry with the Democrats as you want to be. Either they're going to be running this country or Trump's going to be running this country.
I'll take Donald Trump any day of the week. The Democrats have run America in the ground. Look at all the bullshit that they're doing. You people don't never, ever deal with what the Democrats are doing. All y'all know is Trump. I bet you this guy has never made a video that doesn't have Donald Trump in it. Donald Trump is the leader, not the Democrats. The Democrats are full of shit. Donald Trump is not aborting babies. Donald Trump has given us school choice, which is what you wrote a book about that. So Donald Trump has already fixed that. He dismantled the Department of Education and said that money is going to go to the states, and the states can disseminate that money the way they need to do, because all our neighborhoods are different. And the kids, the parents can send their kids to whatever school they want to send them to, and the money will follow the kid. So he's already fixed that. So what rights are we losing? This man is a dummy. I'm your host, Big Al. If you see this guy, you tell him I'm looking for his ass.
I put my money with the Democrats.
No, I think the Democrats are putting their money with you, sellout ass.
And do not tell me this garbage about they're the same. They are not the same. We wouldn't be facing an avalanche of anti-blackness right now if Kamala Harris was in office. Look at all the tangibles that she and Joe Biden got for the African-American community. Many blacks don't even yet understand that.
What? Explain it, asshole.
Not only student loan forgiveness, historical. HBCU funding, historical.
The Supreme Court already ruled on that and said the President of the United States does not have the right to block student loans or get rid of student loans. And you're supposed to be an attorney. And you said you read the laws and all that, so you should know that. Joe Biden was lying when he said he could do it, because he cannot. The president cannot forgive student loans. So this is, how many times has this guy lied?
The lowest black unemployment in history.
No, that was in 2016 with Donald Trump.
Small business loans to African Americans, including felons, historical. The lowest child poverty in American history. Not only that, the economy was good. When Trump took office, Joe Biden handed him a great economy. Inflation low, GDP up, unemployment down.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Did you fix your mouth to say that Joe Biden handed Donald Trump a great economy? What? You have lost your damn mind. They got to be paying you.
Yet none of that seemed to either care or people didn't know anything about it. And so they listen to the disinformation.
This dude here is stupid as hell, man. He act like we don't go to the grocery store and we don't buy gas. Don't nobody have to tell us what the economy was doing. We were feeling it. We know gas was high as a mo. We saw gas go up every year. Every year that Joe Biden was in office, things got worse and worse and worse and worse. And 7 minutes into this video, this guy has not talked about anything directly. That what rights have we lost? Now he's talking about inflation that Biden handed Donald Trump a great economy. That is total bullshit. Anybody with a brain, my 11-year-old granddaughter know better than that shit.
Coming from MAGA and the pro-black imposters. And they just get me. I tell you that. They just get me. They pushed Trump. They pushed him. They pushed him. They attacked Kamala. They pushed Trump. Vote for Trump. Vote for Trump. I don't care what he does. Vote for Trump. I don't care how anti-black he is. Vote for Trump. Vote for Trump is what they said. And now that he's doing this stuff, now that he's sending the National Guard and the military and cops and militarized cops into D.C., now they're on social media saying, look what Trump is doing. Trump is being unfair. You helped Trump get elected. Stop playing games with black people.
Shit. The people that's on there complaining about what Trump is doing, they're not the people that voted for him, dumbass. This guy, he is a straight ass jackass. I need to talk to this dude. For real. Better yet, I need to see Anton Daniels or Mr. Ellison, Vince Everett Ellison. I need to see him on this guy. Because this dude here is a grifter from way back. What are you, a girl or something? I bet he's sitting up there with pink panties on.
Stop playing these games with black people, and you black people, stop letting them play games with you.
Who are you talking to?
Doggone right, I'm angry.
About what?
You better believe I'm angry. I've been in this fight for 4 decades. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this where black men especially, and some black women, are literally following and trusting white supremacy. Literally following old white supremacists.
Prove it. You're an attorney. Prove it. Prove that Donald Trump is a white supremacist. I can prove that he's not.
And young ones who don't give a blip about black people.
I tell you who don't give a blip about black people. It's white liberals. That's who don't give a damn about white people. And those people are Democrats. Those are the people that think they are superior to black folks. White conservatives, they believe that we're brothers and sisters, that everybody's equal. That's what they believe. So I don't know who this guy is talking to. You talking to your own base, fool.
Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I'm frustrated. I gave it everything I had trying to warn us not to make this choice. And we made it, and it's bad, it's dark, and there are 3 more years of this. I don't know.
Of what? Prosperity? Wealth and prosperity? That's all Donald Trump is talking about. He stopped almost just about all the wars. He's broken down the corruption and the fraud and the waste. He stopped all that stuff, and he showed it to us every day. As a matter of fact, he's on Fox right now. Most of y'all don't know nothing because guys like this tell you don't watch Fox. Your pastor tell you don't watch Fox. I watch all of it. Matter of fact, I just dropped a video the other day. I sit up and watch CNN. I wanted to see what in the world, why are y'all so brainwashed? Why y'all so messed up? And I can see. It's just like Obama said, you can lie to the people as long as you keep doing it. Just keep lying. You can tell a lie as long as you keep doing it over and over and you keep repeating it over and over and over and over. Eventually, they will believe it. That's what this guy right here is doing. Who the hell are you talking to, man? You talking to MAGA people? MAGA people don't listen to fools like this.
You know how we get out of it. There are 2 choices. Just face that. There are 2 choices. The Democrats who delivered tangibles for us
since at least the mid-'60s. I'm going to do an extensive video on that really, really soon. I will be releasing that because the junk you all are hearing about the Democrats being bad as the G.
You should have done that already, man. If you were politicking for Kamala and you didn't release that video letting us know what all they had done and all that stuff. You can't even do a video on Kamala and Joe Biden and tell us what they did for the last 4 years, let alone what the Democrats done. But I've done 700 videos about the destruction. As a matter of fact, Democrats are responsible for 65 million babies being aborted. It's the Democrats that's transgendering our kids. It's the Democrats that's got drag queens in the schools reading to the kids. It's the Democrats that's got men peeing in women's restrooms. It's the Democrats that's got men competing against women. It's the Democrats that have turned our young people against their own country. It's the Democrats who are burning down our cities. It's the Democrats who are letting crime run rapid all over the United States. What else do you want to say? I'm responding to your video. I don't have anything to respond to because you ain't said shit, jackass.
GOP, that is junk. If I was a cussing man, I'd call it something else. That is not factual. That is not factual. That is not consistent with the evidence. Go to an article. There's an article here that I want to look at from the New York Times, and it sort of encapsulates what I'm trying to articulate. So this article was written August 12th, yesterday. These are the voters who should scare Democrats most, is the name of the article. 5 years ago, well, let's read the little blip there, the little blurb under the title, working class Americans who until recently voted Democratic said the party should not count on a backlash to President Trump to win them back. Still, there were pockets of opportunity. So she says that the folks she talked to write this article are saying, as horrible as Trump is, the Democrats shouldn't count on our votes.
Yep, that's right, because you haven't shown me where Trump is horrible. What has Donald Trump done that's horrible? Please explain.
Now, that sounds like something white people would say because Trump is not targeting white people. But believe it or not, there are black men in this article. We're going to see. 5 years ago, Raymond Tichy voted as usual for the Democratic presidential nominee. And that was a smart move because the Democrats have produced tangibles for the black community since at least the mid-'60s. And they did not stop then. They have continued to. That's what the evidence show.
Okay, that's my next video. Let me see what the Democrats have done since the mid-'60s.
You all are benefiting now from things the Democrats have gotten you all that you take for granted.
Like what?
You take them for granted.
Like what?
Until some racist starts attacking them, and then you call our office. You know how many calls we get per day? The calls we get per day of people calling, black people calling our office, begging for help because of the racism that they deal with, and we can't take a lot of those cases because the judges that Trump had put on the bench are just eating away at the laws that we typically would use to protect black people.
Man, you just a damn crybaby. What you're doing is lying. You can't take the cases because the cases are frivolous and they don't mean shit, and you can't make no money off of them. Who you think you fooling? I was born at night, but it wasn't last night, dumbass.
And then black folks go and vote him in again. I got a video coming out about the judges that Trump appointed. Oh my God.
The ones that go by the Constitution, that believe, that know what a woman is. Democrats don't even know what a woman is. And you want me to vote for that shit. And then you telling me to vote for the people that tried to kill the president? Nah, dude, I don't roll like that.
I'm talking about in the first term, in his first term. But by last fall, Mr. Tichy, an aircraft mechanic from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, was rethinking his political allegiances. To him, the Democratic Party seemed increasingly focused on issues of identity at the expense of more tangible, day-to-day concerns such as public safety or the economy.
True.
As if Donald Trump, the GOP, Project 2025, are interested in intangibles, day-to-day tangibles for black people.
Why don't you stop being black and just be American? How about that? That's what I had to do. 'Cause y'all took my black card. I'm not black no more. And I ain't trying to get it back. Y'all can have that shit.
Nothing says he doesn't better than the big ugly bill, where he earmarked trillions, mostly for his rich white friends.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. And where do y'all get that bullshit from? Billionaires and millionaires don't need help. They already know what to do, dumbass. They've already proven they know what to do. They don't need help from anybody.
And took away a whole lot from working people like Mr. Tichy.
What did he take away? You haven't said that yet. You said at the beginning of this video that Donald Trump has taken away rights from black people. What rights did he take away? What rights did he take away?
So I don't understand. What is the fascination with Trump and the GOP for African-American people? It is certainly not based on facts and evidence. He goes on to say, some of them turned their back on their base, Mr. Tichy, 54 said. Working class voters like Mr. Tichy, who supported Joseph R. Biden Jr. in 2020, but either backed President Trump last year or, as Mr. Tichy did, skipped the 2024 presidential election, help explain why Democrats lost pivotal swing counties like Bucks and vividly illustrate how the traditional Democratic coalition has eroded. Here is Mr. Tichy. Mr. Tichy admits being an eligible black voter and did not vote for Kamala Harris because he says the Democrats focus too much on identity politics.
Yep.
And quite often that means, here's what that typically means. That typically means that the Democrats were focused on specific groups. And you know which group they were specifically focused on more than any other group? Black people.
Man. Yeah, to get the vote. If they focus on black people and helping black people, can you please explain why 10 million unvetted, unvaccinated, illegal aliens were dropped off in black neighborhoods and given benefits, overcrowded the schools? What about all that? It was Democrats that did all that. That was a major problem. It's Democrats that screaming, get these people the hell out of here. Why did the crime spike? It's Democrats who put these people in office and they just let them out. No cash bails and all this mess. Look at the Democrat-run cities. They are terrible, horrible. Look at the cities where the mayor's a Democrat, the police chief, all the Democrats, school board, everybody. Worst cities in America. Donald Trump said he's going to clean it up. That's why we voted for him. Salute, Mr. Tichy. Teach this fool something.
So I don't understand Mr. Tichy's logic.
You don't want to.
And I would say Mr. Tichy's logic is not based on the evidence, with all due respect to this hard-working brother. But I have a fundamental difference with him. And I believe a lot of this is coming either from black conservatives, Republicans, or pro-black imposters, content creators who, for whatever reason, are doing everything they can to make sure the GOP win political elections. Now, they like to say, well, it's because the Democrats won't give us reparations. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. The Democrats alone cannot give black people reparations.
Well, what have you been talking about? So what can the Democrats do? Remember when Joe Biden said he couldn't shut down the border? How long did it take Trump to shut it down? 30 days? Remember that? All the Democrats do is lie. How they got you lying, Mr. Attorney?
And they'll point out that Obama had a supermajority, had over 60 senators at the first part of his presidency in 2008. And he did. But it was for a short period of time. I heard a guy say yesterday that he had that, yes, Obama had 60 senators and a big lead in the House. And so he expected Obama to get reparations. Do you mean to tell me that Obama could get reparations with several months on the calendar? Man, there would have been a civil war.
Mm-hmm.
So Obama did what he knew he could get done, and that is get 4 million black people insured, rather than spend his political capital on something he didn't believe, and I agree with him, that he could get done then. Reparations is the biggest demand that we have made in American history. It must be done at the right time.
It shouldn't be done at all, because I don't think anybody owe anybody a damn thing, player. And you haven't heard me. I haven't heard any conservatives talking about reparations. Maybe some of them, so what? If they do, so what? That's what they believe. But MAGA don't give a damn about no reparations, because we know better than that African bullshit.
And so he said, and he literally, Obama said this in an interview to Tanishi, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Tanishi Coates. He said he just didn't think he had the political power to get reparations, but he said, I'm going to get the next best thing. I'm going to get a bunch of African Americans insured.
Which turned out to be the worst thing ever, if you're talking about an affordable care, because it was anything but affordable. And what it did, it punished people who already had insurance. And Donald Trump pointed that out in 2016. That's pretty much when the black Democrats went against Donald Trump. That's when they flipped, because Donald Trump pointed that out, which was true. I do taxes, and I know what happened then, when Obamacare came out. Everybody that, even people that already had health insurance, got hit for $3,500. That's not free. And Obamacare is a terrible, terrible health care. And if you look up the definition of socialists and communists and how they do it, the first thing they do is take over the health care. Let everybody get their own insurance or do what they need to do. Donald, we're going to get that fixed too. But Obamacare, it needs to be changed. So you can stop bragging on that shit. Plus, Obama is still getting over $20 million a year in payments from Obamacare. How does that make any sense? And we've also discovered that even Michelle, Big Mike, is getting payments from Obamacare. What about your black brothers and sisters in the city that don't have anything? Oh, Donald Trump is not taking a paycheck from the government at all. Never will.
So that they have insurance, so that they can stay healthy, so that they're not dying prematurely from diseases and so forth. I'm going to get the next best thing. And he gets no credit for that. He gets no credit for that. He just gets disrespect. Meanwhile, what did Trump promise those over 2 million blacks who voted for him in 2024? Not a single thing. Nothing. Nada.
Then why did the people vote for him, dumbass? So you calling black people dumb? Is that what you doing? Because I'm calling your ass dumb.
Like some of these content creators have this illogical hatred for the Democratic Party, despite the fact that the Democratic Party has done more for African Americans since Reconstruction.
Just because you said it doesn't make it true. You understand that?
I read. I'm a lawyer. I have to. I have to oftentimes present this information in my court cases. I know the history. I can walk you through the history of civil rights from the end of the Civil War, and of course and I start there because during slavery there were no civil rights. But I can walk you through it from Reconstruction till today.
Understand that everybody wasn't a slave. Only 1.5% of the American population back then was slave owners. 1.5%. 98.5% of all the white people were not slave owners. So why is slavery a big problem? Slavery was in the South, and there were a lot of black people that were free as a bird. Everybody was not a slave. So get over that bullshit and get back on point. You've gotten off subject, sir. I'm tired of talking to you. I'm tired of listening to you. Get back on your point.
And what is very clear, it has been progressives in the Democratic Party who have gotten the biggest, most consequential tangibles for African Americans, again, at least in the last 80 years. That's just a fact.
You know what's scary? I believe this guy believes this bullshit. I believe he believes it. Because I believe that a lot of people that attack me, I think they really believe this shit, which is crazy. Y'all are evil. Y'all are evil. And you rolling with Satan, period.
Started with FDR. And then Harry Truman really took it to another level. That goes all the way back to 48. In FDR's case, all the way back to 32. They're lying to you to demonize the Democrats like this to help Donald Trump, who despise black people.
Where's the proof that Donald Trump despised black people? And you saying that goes all the way back to 1992? 32? Is that what you just said? That the Democrats are being rallied to despise Donald Trump goes all the way back to 1932. Wow, you piece of shit.
Mr. Tichy set the election out along with millions of other blacks, and that is why we are dealing with what we're literally dealing with right now. The daily attacks on black equality. That's why. Because so many people did precisely what Mr. Tichy did. Set it out. Now Democrats hope to bring these voters back into the fold for the midterm elections in 2026, betting on a backlash to Mr. Trump and his party's far-reaching moves to slash the social safety net.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. I think the Democrats, it's gonna be a long time before y'all see any kind of... Matter of fact, I think the Democrats are about to be extinct, and they need to. Most of the Democrats, the leadership, they're gonna be in prison anyway. Or the military gonna shoot them in the back of the head.
Man, do you understand what Trump did in that big, ugly bill? He showed you, again, in his budget, what he thinks about working class men and women like Mr. Tichy. Look at all the blacks that have lost their jobs under Trump. Black unemployment is rising through the roof because of Trump policies. And yet, people have this confusion about who's better for blacks, Democrats or Donald Trump. A little bit more. But in interviews with nearly 30 predominantly working class voters who supported Mr. Biden in 2020, before defecting or struggling deeply with their choices last year, many had a stinging message for the Democratic Party. Listen. Just because we have misgivings about Mr. Trump, they say, it doesn't mean we like you. It doesn't matter who you like. The question is, who has produced.
Donald J. Trump.
And it has been the Democrats. You probably wouldn't even have the job that you have right now if it wasn't for Democratic progressive policies. You probably would not have the job you have right now if it wasn't for Democrats.
What does that mean? What exactly does that mean? Are you talking about DEI? I'm an entrepreneur. I don't work for nobody. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So you're saying black people are inferior and they have to have help to get a job, just like that bullshit Jasmine Crockett says. Y'all are sick, man. So you talking about black people are bad, man. You saying black people are inferior.
And if somebody starts racially mistreating you because of your job, good luck trying to get the Trump administration to help you defend your civil rights. They've made it clear black civil rights violations are on the bottom of the list. So what is the confusion? What is the confusion here? It is clear who is for black people and who are not. And it's Trump, the GOP, MAGA, Project 2025, who are not for black people. They have made that so clear. They have attacked wokeness. They have attacked critical race theory. They have attacked the voting rights. They have attacked they've attacked everything that we have gained and obtained.
When did they attack voter rights? Anybody that votes need to have an ID and need to be a legal citizen of the country. What's wrong with that, man?
And I will fight for full black equality. And there's some equivocation, there's some confusion about who to support and who to vote for. That's not based on evidence. That's not based on rationale. That's based on disinformation. So another African-American man says, quote, "I think I'm done with the Democrats." So where is he going? He's going to the GOP? Is he going to Project 2025? Is he going to the anti-black policies of the Trump administration? Is he going where they don't enforce civil rights for black people anymore? Is he going where they're trying to destroy the Voting Rights Act? Is he going where they have removed rules to ensure or to protect fair housing for us? Is that where Desmond Smith is going, 24-year-old, a deli worker from Smithfield, Mississippi? He ought to know better from Mississippi.
Yeah, he does.
He should know better.
So what you saying, you telling him to get back on the plantation. He should know better. I got you. Defiant.
Mississippi deals with so much white supremacy, it's not even funny. It's amazing that a young black man from Mississippi does not understand white supremacy better than apparently Mr. Smith does. With all due respect to this hardworking young man, I just disagree with his logic.
And he disagreed with yours. So what? Move on, chump.
It is amazing the time, the era that we are currently living in. It is amazing. It is amazing to see African-American men especially, young ones, who have some confusion about who's better for this country, especially for black Americans. I mean, this last thing that Trump has done of sending militarized cops into black cities, and some of you African-American people, you seem to be okay with it. You're normalizing Trump putting the military on your street corners. You got to be kidding. You got to think better than that.
So, what do you want to happen, man? Do you see all those kids that got killed? Kids can't even go to school, man. Innocent kids that's not even involved in no gangs or none of that stuff are being murdered. People can't go to the grocery store. Old women, old men can't ride the bus. People peeing, shitting all over everywhere, smoking weed and doing all kind of stuff. Zombie cities, tent cities, President Trump said he's going to clean it up. He ran on it. He said he's going to clean it up. Make America great again. Now, this guy been running his mouth for 30 minutes. He said at the beginning of the video that we have lost some rights. That's how Democrats do. They say something, but they never prove what they're saying. They just throw the shit out, and so you get in your feelings. But yeah, black people, I admire the young men. I talk to them all the time, everywhere I go. I'm Big Al, UncleCoon. I talk to young black men all the time, and they are waking up. And the ones that are still Democrats, they will listen. The young ones do. Now these old coons, that's just Democrats, they don't listen. But the young guys, they listen. And they like, yeah, man, you right about that. You right. Because they got a clean slate. And they know that things is messed up. They know that. And it wasn't Trump that did it. Trump didn't mess up nothing. Now, you guys are projecting that he's messing up. But he's only been in office 7 months. And I think he's done a wonderful job. And with all the stuff that he's accomplished in 7 months, as a matter of fact, there is a website. It's called whitehouse.com. You can go click on that website. It'll tell you every executive order, every policy that each one of those presidents has ever signed. And if you look at it, you can look at the screen. Donald Trump has outworked Obama and Biden put together in 7 months with the executive orders and the things that he's done already. And if you look at it, I don't know. I don't see where Obama didn't do anything in the last 4 years of his presidency. So I don't know what this guy's talking about, but I'm getting sick of this shit.
You got to think better than that. You don't want the military, the National Guard, and militarized cops swarming your community. Well, yeah, I do, because these young, I won't use the word they do, are in here just really making it really unsafe. Well, then get out there and do something about it.
You have to. The military is on guard, man. So you telling people, you telling grandma and them and young kids to get out there and fight the gangs and all this mess? Is that what you're saying? That's your answer. Man, you crazy as hell.
Those are the kids from our community. We should be out there doing something about it rather than begging a bunch of white supremacists to come in there with their guns.
We ain't beg nobody. Ain't nobody beg nobody to do nothing. Donald Trump ran on that, and he said we got to clean this shit up. And I agree with him 100%. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States of America, the greatest planet on Earth. And it's a war zone. It's bullshit. It should be one of the most beautiful places on the planet. And that's what Donald Trump said he's going to do. He been saying it. And he said he's going to make New York City the same way. And then he come to Chicago, Los Angeles, he's going to clean it all up. And you mad? Why are you mad? Because the man cleaning this stuff up. What are you, dirty or something? Dirty red? Piece of shit.
Represent these young men. I know what white supremacy do to them every day. I represent them.
I talk to young black men all the time. I have never heard one of them say nothing about no white supremacists. They don't even know what the hell that is. They know it's white people and black people. Where's the discrimination, man? Where's all this racist shit that y'all keep talking about? Where is it? When you go to the grocery stores, you see old middle-aged white women pushing baby strollers with black babies in it, right? When you look at sports on TV, right, you see black football players and white coaches and vice versa. And you see everybody on the sidelines talking to each other, right? When you go to games and stuff, you see people. I remember the other day, me and my grandbaby went to the movie. The theater wasn't packed. But a white family come sit right next to him. I'm like, damn, why don't y'all give me some space? But she damn sure wasn't racist, because she could have sit anywhere, and they sit right next to us. So I don't get all this mess. But the Democrats are the ones that's trying to drive a wedge between people in this country. And I'm so thankful that people are seeing past this bullshit and they waking up.
Represented perhaps thousands.
And tell me what white supremacists has done to the black people that you represent. Black on black crime is a problem in America, and white folk don't have nothing to do with that.
And these people, the cops, the militarized cops, are not coming in for the betterment and improvement of our community.
President Trump sent the National Guard, so you changed that to a whole different thing. He sent the National Guard to stand guard and to support the cops. And when you have a police presence, everybody with a half a brain knows that crime goes down. So if grandma want to walk to the store, she can do that because the National Guard is standing out there and say, "How you doing, Miss Ma'am?" Now she can go to the store and come back and not get risk getting robbed and hit in the head or shot with a random bullet. You know what I see these young people doing in the city? They have these beefs and stuff where they get into it with so-and-so, and he shoot at them, they got away. And then wherever they see him at, they start shooting. They don't give a damn who, where it's at. It could be in the mall, it could be in the bus station. It don't matter where it's at. A restaurant, wherever they see that person, they just start shooting. And they don't have any gun training. No, they stole the guns, so they don't know how to operate their shit. This man here is not dealing with the issues, but President Trump is. And that's why we voted for him, dumbass.
That's not why they're coming in. That's not why Trump is sending them. They're coming in oftentimes with hearts and minds full of racism, full of racial bias, full of hate.
So now you're saying the National Guard is full of hate and bias and hate. Is that what you're saying?
Jagged. Some of them have PTSD. No, we don't need that. We need our community addressing our issues, and we have relied on white supremacists to do it far too long. So we need to really get out there and do it ourselves and help these young people. And don't tell me it won't work. Just look at Baltimore. That young black mayor is making a difference. Murder is down in his community, in his city. And so it is in D.C. So
that's bullshit. Now, we also know that the commander-in-chief in Washington, D.C. just got fired for changing the stats. And we know what they're doing in these cities. They're recategorizing these crimes. And so to make it seem like that crime is going down. But homicides in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. is up.
And so it is across the country.
No, it's not.
Come on, don't normalize this. Don't let Trump and pro-black imposters and black conservatives talk a hole in your head. You don't want this. I see the result of it every single day. Now, with Joe Biden's 1994 crime bill, when they put that in place, that was not designed to harm the black community. It was designed to help the black community. And it did help. It saved lives. Did it go too far in some areas? Yes.
Oh, so it did harm the black community. Biden did that? President Trump hadn't done that. President Trump said, follow the law. If you break the law, then you go to jail. He didn't send the National Guard in to arrest anybody. He sent the National Guard in to back up the police who's getting hit in the face with bottles and cans and all this type of shit. Los Angeles would be burnt to the ground by now if he had to send them in over there. Remember Minneapolis? This man here is an idiot. Can y'all tell this guy I'm looking for him? Me and Anton and Mr. Ellison, we all looking for this guy right here, man.
But it is not the same thing as Nixon's war on drugs or Reagan's war on drugs or the Bush war on drugs. It is not the same thing. Stop making that comparison.
Why you always trying to tell somebody what to do, man? And try to tell somebody how to think, man. I remember my dad almost wrecked a car he was trying to kill me. I really believe, I saw the rage in his eyes. I messed around and made a statement about the kids and what they think. And my dad almost wrecked the car. He said, how the hell you know what they think? Did they tell you that? They didn't say that, so you don't know what they think. I I despise a man that will try to tell me how to think and what I'm thinking. I'll tell you what I think if you ask me, and I'm not going to listen to someone trying to tell me what to think. Give me the facts, man, and I'll make my own decisions. The Democrats suck, period. That's why people are leaving. This guy here is a joke, but I'm about sick of this mess.
Yes, my anger arises from my love for my people. It is sad to watch what I see happen.
This guy has been running his mouth for 30 minutes. He hasn't said one time what rights Donald Trump is taking away from black people. But anyway, I'm your host, Big Al, UncleCoon. I appreciate y'all stopping in. Y'all hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And man, I thank you so much for everything that you have done for this channel. It is growing. We are almost 7,000 subscribers. Man, what a milestone, right? They told us it would take us a year to get to 1,000, and we did that in about 7 months. And so the channel is just moving and growing and grooving, shucking, whoop, 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 whoop. Anyway, I appreciate y'all dropping in. I'm looking for this guy. I would love to have a conversation with him. But anyway, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Can't touch this.
Real deal. Yeah, post that gal on the mic, UncleCoon in the house. Drop the knowledge, speak truth, no room for doubt. From debates to celebs, we cover it all. Tune in, hit subscribe, you don't want to miss the call. Real deal. Al UncleCoon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride. Politics, pop culture, and everything between. Big Al's got the scoop, you know what I mean? From Harris to Trump, we break it down. Common sense talk, the best show around. Real Al UncleCoon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride. Cash App, show some love, support the grind. Big Al's on the rise, one of a kind. UncleCoon podcast, the place to be for real talk, real folks, and real TV. Real Al UncleCoon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride.